Hello, Brian the Fanboy here, and today I am going to review Kamen Rider Amazon, or as it's pronounced in Japan, Kamen Rider Amazon. Now, this is the fourth Kamen Rider series, and it is the shortest Kamen Rider series ever made, since it consists of only 24 episodes. Now, this series begins when by introducing this jungle man whose name is Daisuke. Let me see if I got it right. Right. Oh yes, Daisuke Yamamoto. I mean Yamamoto Duisuke. And well, if you notice his name during the entire series, um, everybody he knows just refers to him as Amazon, and you'll know why as this video goes on. Now, yes, Daisuke or Amazon. Well, he is a jungle man who lives in the who's been living most of his life in the Amazon rainforest. Now, one day, an evil organization has started causing trouble, in the Amazon. And the name of the organization is Gedon. And well, Gedon is ruled by this this monster called ten-faced demon, or let's see, let's see what's in the Japanese. Oh yes, right. Oh yes, the ten-faced demon Gorgos, or Yumenki Gurugozu. And well, he's a boulder-like demon, and he has like many faces, not just in his head, but also most of his body. And of course, the faces on the boulder-like body, they look like a Japanese man. Also, Gorgos, he had these followers called the see here. Oh yes, the Akuyusha, or red followers, and they are these female foot soldiers, and they're like some kind of huntresses. Now, one day, Gedon, led by Gorgos, well, they started attacking the Amazon rainforest, and well, when Amazon first appeared, well, he fought them. Then eventually he got hurt, but he was rescued by an Inga witch doctor who helped who did something to his body so he can survive. And he told the witch doctor told him to go to Japan because that's where he can find the answers to defeating Geto. Now, think about Inca witch doctor. Well, you see, the Amazon rainforest is mostly in Brazil. However, Incas are native to Peru, and I know this because I am Peruvian myself. So anyway, back to Amazon. Yes, and well, Amazon will, by according to what I saw on the show, it looks like he swam all the way to Japan. I think in real life that would be impossible for somebody to swim that long distance because how we how far South America and Asia are from each other, especially since the Pacific Ocean is the biggest ocean in the world. Now, once Amazon arrived to Japan, well, he kind of had trouble blending in because, well, he was kind of like his outburst was like this kind of only was a short, kind of makes him look like Tarzan. But anyway, outside of that, well, we meet these two people named this young boy named yeah, oh here it is, yes, Okamoru Masaiko, and he's supposed to be the nephew of a scientist called well no no something called Professor Kusaka. Also, he has an older sister named oh yes, Mitsuko, and well yes, she's I don't know if she's supposed to be her late teens or a early 20s, but you see, Masako and Mitsuko, well, they live alone together because, well, their parents, died sometime before, so Mitsuko and Masako only have each other now. Now, eventually, Masako, when he was walking around somewhere, well, he was attacked by one of Ganon's monsters. Now, and Kamen Rider Amazon, well, the monsters are called Yujin, which means Beastman. So anyway, yes, my circle was about to be killed by a Eugene, and eventually Amazon arrived and saved my cycle. And also, my cycle, well, he let Amazon know he's a friend, or Tomodachi, which is how you say friend in Japanese. Well, my cycle used this sign. This I don't know if I'm doing this right, but it's kind of like this. And they yeah. So whenever and that's how Amazon knows he's a friend because yeah. So well, the way to do it is like this: Tomodachi. Oh, and I forgot to mention now when Amazon fought Eugene, well, before he started fighting, he henshin into a different kind of Kamen Rider, and well, his henshin sequence goes like this: Amazon, and henshins into Kamen Rider Amazon. Sorry, on my throat. But anyway, now his writer appearance is well, it's gonna differ from all the other writers of the Showa era. Before and after Amazon. You see, well, the other writers kind of have like a insect motif or appearance, with antennas. Well, Amazon, well, his writer appearance is more that of a humanoid lizard creature. So yeah, eventually Amazon defeated Eugene and saved Masako. Oh, and also I forgot to mention that Amazon he has this armlet or well the subtitles I read it says bracelet, but it's supposed to be armlet and it's supposed to be right here. Oh no, and this shoulder, and it's called the Kiki bracelet. And Gorgos, well, he also has a similar bracelet, but this one's called the Gaga bracelet. And well, he wanted also wanted the Kiki bracelet because well, it it's according to him, anyone who has both bracelets will become more powerful than ever. And if Keton gets his hands on both of them, he'll be an unstoppable force. Now, in the next episode, the narrator explained how Amazon came to grow up in the rainforest. You see, in You see, a long time ago, there was this plane probably coming from Japan to South America, and well, anyway, as the plane was traveling, something went wrong, and it crashed down, and there was only one survivor, a baby boy, and this baby grew up in the jungle, just like Tarzan, and that's how Daisuke became Amazon. Because he was found by Eagle Tribe, but he also managed to grow up in the jungle, with a bunch of animals, and he kind of, has all the skills of animal as well. At least, some of the things. Anyway, some episodes later, or no, a few episodes later, that there is this. Oh yes, Amazon. He managed to meet Tapeshina, who's been the mentor of the previous Kamen Riders, and also he had idea of teaching Amazon how to ride a motorcycle. Of course, Amazon didn't. Well, he hated motorcycles because, well, I think it has to do because they're very noisy, and the the first time he heard vehicles. Well, he probably couldn't stand the noises because, well, he didn't grow up around cars and other cars and motorcycles, in the jungle. So, and eventually Tapestina realized that he's different, that Amazon was different from all the other riders. But eventually, he kind of almost like came through, and then eventually, oh yes, when Seko was in danger again, well, Amazon decided to use the motorcycle to help save my cycle. And then eventually, Tabishina gave Amazon a different motorcycle, which kind of looks like some kind of yeah, lizard thing, and it was called Jungura. And let's see, yeah. Also about and about Rizuko, well, eventually she didn't like, well, she wasn't fond of Amazon because, well, you see, she blames Amazon for Geddon coming to Japan and causing all trouble over there. And, cause many people to be put in danger. And however, after the many times Amazon has saved her as well as my psycho, she eventually started to address Amazon, and the way she and yes, of course, before that happened, well, a friend of hers was poisoned, and well, Amazon was going to give some of his medicine to her, but Izuka didn't trust her. However, eventually her friend decided insisted that she do whatever it takes, and her the friend got cured, and that was the first step of Izuku, and not we don't blame Amazon anymore. But it took some episodes, for the process, to go all the way through. Now, oh yes, now there's another Eugene in one episode. Well, he working for Kidon, and he tried to destroy Amazon and failed. And when he came back, he realized his mission. Well, Kidon, he wanted the mold Eugene to suffer by letting him be out in the sun, so he can die of heat stroke. Of course, Amazon saved him, but the mold Eugene didn't know what to do. However, eventually, once Amazon showed some friendship to Mo Eugene, he uh, he became an ally afterwards. and he would help Amazon and his allies with about anything that Ken is up to. And then we get to the final battle with Geddon and yes, the 10 faced demon. Yeah, with Gorgos, yes. And well, Amazon and Gorgos fought, and eventually he defeated Gorgos, and Gorgos was destroyed, and finally the Geddon, yeah, and Geddon was finally over. However, the trouble was only because turns out there is well, another organization has arisen known as the Garanda Empire, and it was led by someone who calls himself the Great Lord Emperor Zero. I just call him Emperor Zero for short. And just like with Geddon, he also uses Yujin. However, his foot soldiers are different from Geddon. His are called, let's see here. Oh yes, his followers are called the Guru Yusha, or the black followers, because they wear these black suits. Oh yes, also after some episodes, I think it was after Ketan was defeated that Rizuko, yeah, Rizuko made Amazon a new outfit, and well, and Rizuko told him that it gets cold in Japan. Around the time of year, she gave him that suit. But anyway, oh yes, and see, oh yes, now I remember now. Now, some episodes later, in a new New Year's episode, where my psycho decided to well, you see what happened was that my psycho was being bullied by some kids, and then Amazon saw what happened, and well, once he told those kids to give my psycho back, well, since they would, I mean, somebody that belongs to my psycho, and then he well, Amazon got it was a bug or insect, I forgot what kind of insect it was, but eventually he went to my second classroom, and eventually my second got in trouble. And well, my second, I mean, Amazon thought my second hates him now. But when Tabashina met up and found out what happened, well, he probably was some misunderstanding. You see, when Amazon, was still in the first few episodes, well, Amazon said he hated humans because, well, he didn't know, he didn't understand anything because, well, like I said before, he grew up in a jungle, and so he wasn't used to, to the loud noise of vehicles and the bright lights of the city. But eventually, after Amazon saved my cycle, his friends from the Empire, well, Masako decided to teach Amazon how to speak Japanese better. And then for the next episode, well, Amazon was able to speak better Japanese than he did before. And well, the and that episode started with Amazon talking to Tapishina and yes, and better Japanese, and Tapishina was surprised because he didn't expect Amazon to talk well. But and then my circle game and told Tapishina that he taught Amazon how to speak Japanese better. So, and Tabashima was glad about this, which means that now Amazon can talk with people better. And see, oh yeah, and now there was this a thing in some few episodes after that. Well, the mole Eugene. Well, I don't know what happened in that episode, but well, there was this mushroom Eugene that was poisoning people, and then well, oh yes, oh now I remember now. Well, yeah, a little girl came by and the mole Eugene he saved her. However, he was scared of him because he was a monster and Amazon game and tried to figure out what's going on and you, the mole Eugene told him what happened and well, Amazon let the little girl know that he's a friend. Now, now the more Eugene thought that he could infiltrate the Kuranda Empire to help find a cure for the poison, and then yes, the mushroom Eugene well, told him where the poison is. However, turns out it was all a trick to get rid of them all, and well, suddenly he was poisoned, but then. However, he managed to make it to the laboratory in time to help find an antidote. So they used they used the poison that was used on him to make it, and then yeah, I think well, eventually he died before he could use antidote on him. But however, they used it on those already suffering, and finally it was over. So it was man, so it took the Moldutian's life to help save the people from the poison. And now we get to the final battle. And well, eventually, you see, what happened was that, well, Amazon's allies were, oh yes, they were, oh, now I remember, yeah, yes, they were given by some kind of salamander. You see, there was this salamander monster, I mean, salamander Eugene, that was, also has a poison, only this one turns any turns people ugly. But eventually Amazon defeat and however at the same time there was some kind of helium bomb that was about to destroy all of Tokyo. So Amazon had to decide whether to fight the Salamander Eugene or to save or to find the helium bomb. And eventually he defeated Salamander quickly and then Amazon went to the on the Navina, but the Salamander Eugene was on his way to the Garanda safe house and Amazon following him. And when Emperor Zero realized what happened, he destroyed Salamita Monster, and well, it caused Maisako and Ritsuku to get their normal appearance again. Now, eventually, Emperor Zero kind of trapped Amazon, and then he was about to kill her. However, Amazon used all his strength, and he got a Gaga bracelet on his other shoulder, and became more powerful than ever. And then he hinged into Amazon, I mean into Kamen Rider Amazon, and fought Ever Zero, and he was defeated. Oh, and I forgot to mention that when the Kuranda Empire first was introduced, well, it turns out that the Kuranda, I don't know, the Kuranda Empire has another ruler who was a mystery who hasn't been seen, And then when Amazon finally met up with ruler, with the the true ruler of the Galactic Empire, turns out it was actually the real Grand Lord Emperor, the real Emperor Zero, and the one Amazon fought before was just a decoy. And they fought, and eventually Amazon defeated the the Emperor, and the Garanda Empire was finally defeated. And not only that, it turns out that the real Emperor Zero was controlling both Geton and Garanda. Now, by the end of the final episode, well, Amazon was about to was going on its ship um, back to the Amazon and leaving Japan, and also he was wearing this kind of white suit now. And well, they were sent him to leave. However, the machine told myself and Izuku that Amazon will return to Japan if he's ever hit again. And that's how the series ended. And also, turns out that even though it was in 1974, the series was rebooted in 2003 as Kamen Rider Amazons, which I'm currently watching. And well, what I think about this series, well, yeah, I mean, I think it was alright. I mean, it still haven't made me a fan of the Kamen Rider franchise yet, but well, it's right, and also so I need to keep watching more Kamen Rider series, to see if it'll be a fan or not. And also, whether children should watch it or not, well, just like with the previous Kamen Rider series, that's up to the parents because, well, if you're a parent, well, you see it just like the original Kamen Rider and V3, they also have death as well. I mean, not as gory like you see are in the movies, but still, you're a parent. Especially if you watch the whole series yourself, and then then you can decide whether you do let your children watch it or not. And also, please subscribe to my channel because that will help me a lot, and share this on social media like Facebook or Twitter or whatever. So that's it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.